Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel where we talk about skincare, grooming, and sometimes hair, so if that sounds like your thing, make sure you are subscribed. Also, come and follow me on Instagram where I post a lot of stuff you're not going to see here on YouTube. So, I'm in a new house now. I moved from a flat into a house. I'm sat on the floor. This room is eventually going to be like my filming room with a bit of a vanity thing going on over there, and this is just kind of like a shelf for some of my favourite products and products that just look good on a shelf. So it's a work in progress. I don't actually have a seat in here at the moment, so I'm on the floor. But today I want to talk about a brand that I've been dying to get my hands on ever since it launched, and that is of course Then I Met You. This brand is only available in America, so it was particularly pricey to buy and then get sent over. So was it all really worth it? But first, let's talk about the brand. Then I Met You is of course founded by Charlotte Cho, who, if you're into skincare, especially Korean skincare, you're gonna know who she is. You may recognize her from being the founder of Soco Glam and also the author of The Little Book of Skincare, which I'm yet to read, but I'm gonna order it. So she's been around products for years, curating them, picking the best of the best. And I have to say that the Soco Glam monthly curations videos, I always watch to get a bit of inspiration for what K-beauty I want to buy. So I really trust Charlotte's and Soco Glam's decisions and the products that they pick. And I feel like Then I Met You comes from years and years of knowing what consumers want and what consumers love, and also looking at skincare and thinking what improvements can be made here and there to particular products. I also love a brand with a good story, and Then I Met You is actually based, I'm gonna have to read this, it's actually founded on the feeling of chung, which means deep and emotional connection, to put that very, very simply. From what I've read, it's actually really difficult to explain what chung means. And I guess this is how I feel about skincare. You know, I love skincare. It's a hobby of mine, but it's something that also really, really makes me happy. It's something I think about 24/7, but it's not just that, it goes deeper than that. Certain products remind me of certain times in my life, certain products remind me of certain friends and family. Certain products remind me of good times and bad times, and you know, you feel like part of a community as well. So there's so much more to it than me just being a fan of skincare. I guess it's more of a deeper connection. I don't know, it's very tough to explain. Someone else explain in the comments below. Let's talk about their packaging. Their packaging is amazing. Amazing, amazing. Not only is it efficient to actually use, but it also looks amazing everywhere. Wherever you put it, whatever colour you set it against, it just looks incredible. And you know I'm a huge fan of packaging and how a product looks in my bathroom. So I believe the colour is called a periwinkle blue, which is just nice. The name is nice, you know. For me, the periwinkle blue is like my millennial pink. Like, I much prefer it to millennial pink. Teamed up with that really, really simple white font. It's cute. I like cute shit. This is cute. So the cleansing balm packaging is so nice. That kind of contrast with the blue and then that orangey yellow. It looks like the best sunset that I've never seen. You know, it is really, really nice. The Then I Met You font has me reminiscing of days spent walking through sea buckthorn fields, which never happened, but that font is taking me there, you know? It was very, very difficult for me to not Instagram the packaging. I kind of didn't want anyone to know that I was using this and reviewing it. I did want to keep the box because it's so nice, but moving house, I had to throw away what wasn't necessary, and that includes some product packaging. So onto the products I'm reviewing today. I am, of course, reviewing the Cleansing Duo, and that's because they're the only products they have so far, I hope. So we have step 1, the Living Cleansing Balm, and step 2, the Soothing Tea Cleansing Gel. So let's get into the first step with the Living Cleansing Balm. So this is of course a cleansing balm that's used to melt away makeup, sunscreen, the day basically. And of course excess sebum, which is a big reason I use a good double cleanse. Well, sunscreen and excess sebum. So this contains grapeseed oil, olive oil, and sea berry oils. It says it has hints of rosemary, persimmon, and grapefruit. And it says here that makes this a sensorial aromatic experience designed to delight your senses and leave your skin soft and clean. Oh, it's also for all skin types, cruelty-free, vegan, free of mineral oil, alcohol, silicone, parabens, artificial colouring, and synthetic fragrance. It's not fragrance-free. You're washing it off your face. It doesn't really matter. It really is nice to use. The grapefruit and the rosemary smell in particular sticks out to me, but no one scent takes over the other or is overbearing. And it's a nice change of a smell for a cleansing balm. I find that all the cleansing balms I use are usually more on the floral or sweet side, whereas this smell just feels a little bit more uplifting and a little bit more what's the word? It's just nice. It feels a little bit more mature, you know? So some of the most interesting ingredients that I like from this product is, of course, the grapeseed oil. This is rich in antioxidants. It's also really good at gently removing away excess oils, like all that excess sebum. And whilst using it, I have found, especially in the evening, for some reason, once I've done my full routine and used a slightly heavier moisturizer than what I would use in the day, I would still feel a little bit greasy. Since using this, I feel like my skin is a lot more controlled in the evening. My sebum is a lot more controlled. So it's very good for us oily skin people, but is in no way stripping at all. In fact, it feels so like creamy and moisturizing. Your skin feels super soft after. I almost don't want to touch my skin after. And of course the sea buckthorn oil, which is what gives it that like orangey yellow sunset color. So this is rich in stearic acid, oleic acid, and linoleic acid, and omega-6, which makes it pretty good for all skin types. You also have vitamin E in there for age prevention, and it's a strong antioxidant. I did mention already that there's the exact ingredients are rosemary leaf oil and grapefruit peel oil, which are both pretty strong essential oils, but this is a wash-off product that's not going to stain your skin, so they're pretty safe to use. I have to talk about the texture of this product, how it just glides on the skin. I find that with a lot of cleansing balms, they're not hard work, but they don't just kind of like massage onto the skin, almost like a really thick moisturizer. Usually with a cleansing balm, I'll pop that on my face and I'll find that I'm having to break down like little bits of cleansing balm, or I'll put it on my hands and then kind of like have to melt it down. This feels like a softened melted cleansing balm and just makes using it so much easier. And it does feel super gentle because of the way it does just glide over the skin. And I barely used any of this product. When I first got this product, I used way too much, like way too much. I was like dot 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 dot, which I usually have to do with a lot of cleansing balms. I'm very shiny today. But with this one, with the Living Cleansing Balm, I just do like one big one, like dot in the middle of my forehead, then spread it around, and it's all you need, all you need. You don't need that much at all. So the product comes with this little cute spatula, slightly curved and a little bit springy, and it really does help allow you to get the right amount of product that you need. I like the matching spatula. I think it's an incentive to kind of keep it and actually use it and not lose it, because you know, with all these skincare products, you get that little curved spatula and you lose it within 10 seconds. And I also think environmentally wise as well, with this spatula, you want to keep it and you want to display it and you can use it over and over. Now, the price, it's $38 for 3.17 ounces, which is, of course, price is all relative. Whatever you find expensive is all relative. I would pay that for this. I'm not saying that's not expensive, but I would pay that amount. I feel like this product is already going way further than a lot of your usual cleansing balms. I feel like this could potentially last me 2 to 3 times longer than a normal cleansing balm, just because of the consistency and how little you really do need to use. And as someone who's really interested in skincare, I'm happy to pay that little bit extra for the knowledge, the packaging, and the formulation. And that's the thing, when it comes to packaging, I don't mind paying for that really, because for me, as a skincare enthusiast, it's all about the experience. Packaging is part of the skincare experience and the user experience, so I don't mind if the packaging is keeping the product safe and clean, looks great, and makes it easier to use the product. I don't mind paying that little bit extra. But if that's not your thing, then coconut oil is pretty cheap nowadays. No, I'm kidding. Don't use that. BANILA Co is really affordable and still a good cleansing balm. So let's talk about step number 2. Okay, the Soothing Tea Cleansing Gel. So this is of course your standard cleanser, water cleanser. So this is a sulfate-free cleanser with a pH of 6 and is formulated with PHAs and tea tree to clear pores and prevent breakouts. It also contains hydrators such as glycerin, sodium hyaluronate, to leave the skin feeling soft and not stripped at all. And that's exactly how it feels. There's some really interesting ingredients in here as well. The ones that I find the most interesting are licorice root. I'm really wanting to get more into licorice root because it's a really, really good ingredient for brightening your skin, helping to even out skin tone. And very similar to that, we have rice extract as well, which we know I love using for brightening. And then we have centella as well for your antioxidants and soothing. And then green tea for antioxidants as well, and very, very calming. And green tea has actually actually been proven to help reduce the appearance of pores. We have tea tree in here to help with acne prone skin, and willow bark extract, which is good for breakouts. This also contains a natural form of PHA, which is a gentle chemical exfoliator, often recommended to people with very sensitive skin. You've got citric acid in here, which can be irritating for sensitive skin types, but again, it's a wash-off product, you should be absolutely fine. Okay, so about the product, this has a very odd smell. I don't hate it, I don't love it, but it's also not really an issue. It reminds me of like a drink my dad drinks at Christmas, like almost like a orange, like, what's the word? I don't know. But it is reassuring because you can tell it's the smell of just whatever's in there. You don't have those synthetic fragrances in. Not that natural fragrance is any less irritating than synthetic, but those fragrances are in there because the ingredients are important to that product, if that makes sense. They're not just in there to make it smell nice, you know? The texture is very, very odd. I actually, when I first used this, I was like, crap, I'm not gonna like this. The smell got me first of all. The texture is actually, I've grown to love it. The first time I used it, I was for some reason worried it wasn't gonna stay on my face because it's so like springy and stringy. I thought this is gonna fall off and I don't know why, but it actually rubs on very, very easily, glides on, and almost like sticks to your face as well. Again, very, very hydrating. Like, it does not leave you feeling tight or dry at all. I have to say, I've been quite stressed recently. Like, nothing serious is happening, but so much is going on at once. Moving house. I moved house now. We had to get a new car because it completely failed its MOT. I'm getting a puppy this weekend, which is the best, all good stresses to have really when you think about it. I was breaking out really, really bad. At one point, I'll tell you more about it hopefully in a couple of weeks, I was using very specialized and specific skincare for something, which I do think broke me out as well. I have to say, this cleanser really, really helped with the breakouts. Team like summer sweaty skin with all that, this really, really, really helped. So usually I only water wash my face in the morning. I was using this cleanser morning and night, and it really, really helped with my breakouts and controlled my breakouts during the summer heat. This cleanser is $36, which again, it could be seen as expensive. Again, I personally, for how it's helped my skin and everything behind it, would pay $36 for it. Again, I'm using the tiniest amounts of this, like in the demo that I showed, that's more than I would use on a daily basis with this, and this isn't a product you have to use twice daily either. So you are getting your money's worth for what I think is actually a really, really good cleanser. Am I going to repurchase them eventually? Yeah, they're going to take a long time to run out, to be honest, but it depends how much money I have at the time. Getting these shipped over, buying them, cost me over £100. I then had to pay, what's that, duty tax, you know, when they keep it at the airport. So it cost me a fair bit of money, and I don't think this is something I can claim back on my taxes. So it depends. If it's available in Europe, 100% I'll be repurchasing this. But yeah, I just love everything about this brand, from the packaging to the actual, of course, products themselves, the ease of use, the results of the use, the ethos behind it. I do just feel like it's, I love it when a brand gets its branding down, and I feel like they've really, really done that over social media, online, etc. I love it. It will be going on my shelf of nice products to display, and hopefully next time, in a couple weeks, I'll have a proper set and a room and stuff. So I hope you enjoyed that. Let me know if you've tried these products before, if you want to try them, and if you're in the rest of the world other than America, how gutted are you that you can't try them yet? It's so annoying. But I get it. We'll be patient and wait for everything to come over. But that is it from me now, guys. I will see you next time.